What up guys, my name is Kwame Zhong and today I'm going to be doing another anime review. This week I will not be doing a lot of anime because it seemed like My Hero Academia is on like a little break. Megalobox is on a break. I believe the season is already in. Not the season, yeah, the seasons have ended. So I'm kind of doing a little bit less. I will be doing other things, for this week for you guys. But anyway, let's talk about Darling in the France, season 1, episode 22 or 20. I believe it's 23. But anyway, I gotta tell you guys, I like each and every episode of Darling in the France. It's so emotional. It's so emotional, so human, so humble, so truthful in a way, but really, when you look at the level, it does have some kind of connotation to it. But let's just talk about it. Let's talk about the things that are important. I find that it's important, that are moving, that are interesting. First of all, let's talk about 02. In her gigantic form, or I guess of her taking the apis, Druzia apis, her look is like a wedding dress. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I certainly noticed it because it's really kind of that. It had that big gown, not big gown, but the long overflowing dress, which is really iconic for a wedding dress for the woman. It's a really iconic woman's dress. It's just long, it's white, it's beautiful, and her head is covered with those kind of like light net, not net, but I don't know what is the exact word for them. I mean, she is literally white, and she's showing her cleavage. She's wearing almost like a bustier, some type of sort, and she have almost like a crown. It's kind of like remind me of a princess. And I thought that was really beautiful that they did this to kind of almost say that this was 02 and Heroes their wedding. It was not like a beautiful, peaceful wedding, but it was like their wedding on their way out. You know what I'm saying? It's just so beautiful. And then the second thing that I realized that Hero is actually inside of France, and he is inside of 02. And there's something he's saying, and you're like, oh, I'm going deeper into you. It sort of has some kind of sexual connotation to it, But that just, if you look deeper, you kind of like, they're kind of walking between the fine line of sexual references. Like she's like, oh, your blood is flowing into me, that sort of thing. But that's just how one interpret, okay? But after those few, references, they really got into the really nitty gritty. They get into the stories and the characters, and I really like this episode. So let's talk about it. So she obviously, Hero is, he's I guess he's being pushed psychically by this deity or this alien being that they have psychic power to really wipe him down, will make him tired. They do realize that they've been fighting out in space for 2 years. Imagine fighting in space for 2 years. It can be exhausting, really exhausting. I play basketball for 6 hours, and that's exhausting. Imagine fighting for 2 years out in space. That is truly exhausting. And I can understand why he would be tired, because he is, after all, a human / modified being. creature. So it's like, okay, and then they go really to, I have this really beautiful picture or image of them with no clothes, but they're both kind of white outline. You could tell her voice, and she talking, and then she couldn't reach him, so she psychically reached to people on Earth. I think it was Misuru and Kuroko, their daughter, and say, darling, and they like start praying. And so Hero can actually hear them psychically, So then they then finally Hero and Zero Two actually found each other, and they went on to the battle, and they took on, they literally took on the alien species or alien entities, and they literally planted a bomb in their home planet, like a moon size, like a moon size, maybe even bigger, probably even bigger, moon size bomb, like a big ass bomb, and it goes off like supernova. I don't know if it's classified as supernova, but it is a huge ass bomb explosion. And I like that too, because it's so beautifully, the explosion was beautiful at the same time, because it's actually really true. When you look out in space and you see supernovas, you see nebula, it is beautiful. And I like that capture. And the whole, after they, the entity destroyed the big apis, then there was a little, and then this the robot, the FranXX, actually go into it and exploded. That remind me of Gurren Lagann. That episode is probably one of my favorite anime. It's only maybe last like 2 seasons, but it's so well done, so beautiful, character wise, action wise, goals, and what is to be human. Gurren Lagann is probably one of my favorite. There's another one I really enjoy too. There's a few that I enjoy. It reminded me a lot of that, and it's like it brought my joy of watching good anime show. And you get the whole, them talk of Hero and Zero Two talking about they're never gonna let go of each other, that they're gonna be with together, and they're gonna be prepare a wing together, and that sort of stuff. It's sort of, this episode is really about wrapping the stories, wrapping the character all together in an envelope, but in a really beautiful envelope, in a really beautiful way, a really happy way, a really a good feeling in your stomach, a good feeling of emotions. That's what I like about this. Yes, it is sad that Zero Two and Hero, they die. Basically, they die so Earth can live. They die because they won't let it go. They won't let each other go, and that's what I like about this. So then you get the whole, in between of that, we get the whole, we get different spotlight on different character of the squad. Most of them are growing up, they have kids, maybe 3 or 4 kids. They're slowly using the being self-efficient, and that's what building a civilization, that sort of thing. They kind of restarted humanity, and so you get to see that in this sense that they're growing, they're having kids, and they're moving forward, they're becoming older, and I really like that. It's just that they are really truly living their life, by their own decision, by their own hand, their own decision that they make. And that is a reflection in real life, that the path that we take, the decision that we make, and all that will factor how we will live our life, and how our health will be, and how we will meet other people's. And that's what I really like about this episode, and because that it shares it gives us each of the characters and their little, give them their moment in this episode. And I really appreciate of that, because it's not all about Zero Two and Hero. Yes, they are sort of the main character for the most time, but there are other characters too, and are involved or supporting actors, or they are friends, they are part of the squad. That's also why I like My Hero Academia, because My Hero Academia sort of focus on these other characters, and I like that and appreciated that, because in real life you do have supporting friends, you do have friends that you play basketball with, you do have friends that you are part of a reading club, you do have co-worker, you do have, you know, people who have the same hobby as you, that sort of thing. So that's why I like that this episode really, this series really focused on, you know, maybe three couples, I think maybe the 4 couples, but this really show you maybe the other 2, 3 couples that we're not really focused on in the earliest series, but here we get to see a little bit more of them. And I really like that, and I appreciate that the director and the writer really understand that, hey, these are also really important characters. They are important to the squad, to the stories. So this is the end, right? As we think it is the end, but as it goes in life, life is a circle. It comes and go around and around and around. It's an infinity. It never stops. And at the end you see a little girl and a little boy. And prior to seeing the little boy and the girl, you see the red and blue, which represent, you know, red represent, you know, 02, and blue obviously represent, you know, Hero. And then you have the little boy and girl, and they meet again. Is that what the writer and the director is basically saying is that these 2 couples are meant to be together. They're destined to be together. I've said about this in my other previous videos, that these 2 couples are meant to be together. They are the one to be together with each other. They're that some sort of special, not special, but they're just destined to be together. And I believe this is gonna be. I hope that for the future, for season 2, that is not the same sort of the same kind of story as the first season. Not to say that I didn't like the first season, I'm just saying that give us something different, give us different circumstances for the season 2, give us that same emotion, give us that same turmoil, give us that same struggle, but in different situations, different circumstances. That way we will enjoy this season 2 more. Season 1 is great, beautifully done, entertaining, but really humanistic. Do that, pick all of that factors, put in season 2 with different situation and different environment, different villains, that sort of thing, obstacles, technology, that sort of thing. And then I hope we get to see that these characters or these humans I hope they remember that their past lesson, because, you know, look, in the real life we don't tend to learn a lesson. So I hope to see that maybe in this route, and maybe in an anime, that we actually learn a lesson. That would be really unique to see. That would be wonderful to see. But that's up to the writer and the directors. I am excited for season 2 because we get to see 02 and Hero come back, but in the future, you know, because we get to see, you know, the civilization have changed, civilization have grown, and that sort of thing, and technology probably have changed too before they even came back. So yes, well, and then I would like to see if there will be any fighting, any action, or season 1 is the end. I would not be sad I would not be angry if it's season 1 is done. No more season. I actually appreciate it more because I would actually buy the DVDs and actually watch it over and over because it has such a good, it had value, you know, value in the sense of that it really have message in it. You know, it's something that's intangible, something that you and I can relate to the character, to the situation. And I wouldn't be mad at all if there was no season 2. I would have been fine with season 1. Season 1 was beautiful. It was sad. It was sad, emotional. There was a struggle. There was chaos, death, rebirth, all of that. It had all of that in season 1. It made me think, I don't know if season 2 is going to be able to top season 1. Yes, there are other anime that you can do that, but when you do that well in season 1, oh, I don't know, man. How are you gonna pull that off in season 2? You know, get that same emotion, the same struggle, the same sadness, the same chaosness, all of that. I don't know. But I am certainly excited to see if they do have season 2. I want to see season 2, regardless if it's good or bad, but I always will cherish season 1. I will tell you that I cherish season 1. And I've never said this about any anime shows. I really do enjoy Gurren Lagann. I really enjoy Kill La Kill, I believe. Even though it's a really action movie, I liked it. I liked the action. But I really enjoyed Gurren Lagann and Darling in the Franxx, and there was another episode that I really liked too. I can't remember the top of my head. And My Hero Academia too. So there's really few good anime that I really like, that I cherish, I care about, you know. And that's not a lot of anime show really captured that, you know, for me at least, that hey, I care about the character. I care about what happened to these characters, you know. And not a lot of anime really captured that the character. Really captured the that these characters are real, even though they're not real, but captured their realness, their humanity, their emotions, and their that uniqueness, that humanness. You know, not a lot of anime do that, and there's only a few that are able to achieve that or capture it to convey that kind of emotions. So I'm gonna say kudos to the directors and the writers of Darling in the Franxx. It's really a thrilling ride, to be honest with you guys. I certainly enjoyed it. All through and through, each and every episode, I certainly enjoyed it. I certainly went along the ride with the characters. I was a part of their journey, and that is the key, is that I was part of their journey. I was with them. I was with them when they were sad. I was there when they were angry. I was there when they were mad at each other, and that's what I really liked. I mean, I can't give any bad thought about this movie other than the, you know, it's lack a little bit of action, but not every anime that have to have action every episode, you know. It's just that, to me, get bored over time. I'd rather see character development, character grow, that sort of thing, change paths, go down a good and a bad path, and that's because I'm human and I see this, so that's why I like Darling in the Franxx. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this review of Darling in the Franxx, season 1, I believe, episode 23. Have you seen this episode? Let me know in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Do you want to see episode 2? Do you cherish season 1? Do you not want do you not want season 2 to come out? Let me know. I want to know what's going on, alright? But most importantly, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of content on there for you guys to check out. Please do so. And press that bell button. Smash that bell button. Help me and help you. It's both way street, alright? But most importantly, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my anime review of Darling in the France. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.